second thing that really helped me was, hold on. Yes, how could I forget? Deleting social media. Hello everyone, welcome to whatever this is. Let's not waste any time and let's dive into the topic of mental health. Now, if you're anything like me, you tend to put your mental health on the back burner. I know I did for the past 5 or 6 years, and it took me up until this year to actually find the courage and seek help. Now, seeking help can come in various different ways. It can be finding that one good friend that's always there to listen. It could be talking to a family member, but for me, it came in the form of counseling. So I wanted to just share mental health coping mechanisms that worked for me and then what did not work for me at all. So rewind to the beginning of this year, I was matched with a counselor. The first session was one of the most awkward conversations I ever had. You don't want to give out too much information, even though they're not there to judge you at all. They're there to help you, but it's just like you don't really want to overshare in those first few sessions. But over time, I was able to become more comfortable and more open to sharing how I really felt with my counselor, which is basically the whole point of seeking counseling. So why did I go for counseling? I went to counseling because I realized that I had a lot of negative thoughts and I just couldn't get outside of myself. I was just consumed with the thoughts in my head, and I had a lot of trouble with staying present in the moment. I reached out to find some coping strategies. Let's start with what did not work for me at all. And take this with a grain of salt because what I'm sharing with you didn't work for me. So maybe this works for you in your counseling service. So with that being said, the first thing that didn't work for me was any kind of grounding or breathing exercise. I just couldn't focus. I couldn't find my focus. I was still too distracted by either like the screen or like the people talking around me, and I couldn't really separate myself to invest it into, just becoming one with your breath, and really focusing on my breath was very difficult. So the next thing we tried was meditation. For some people, this is their whole life. But again, I couldn't find enough peace or calmness, and I feel like in order for me to feel like I have some productivity, I have to be moving, I have to be engaging. I can't just sit there in silence. So meditation unfortunately didn't work either. The third thing I'm going to mention is it's a 50-50. It's called EFT, or the tapping technique. You can search it on YouTube. Hundreds of videos will pop up. Initially, I said, wow, this is finally it. This is me finally overcoming my anxiety and being able to face the world, because all I was doing was like tapping in my room and just saying these like strong statements like I choose to not only love, honor, but also accept myself, right? And those are pretty powerful words, and it did start to sink in, and I did start to really believe what I was saying. The point where it stopped being effective was when I just again got bored with the routine. I had to switch things up. So let's turn to the more tangible things that helped me overcome my anxiety. The first thing is finding comfort within yourself, or for myself. So what that looked like for me was just spending a lot of time with myself, finding out what I really liked, what I didn't like, writing things down, writing down goals, writing down lists, doing things for the sake of making me happy, because for the longest time I was a people pleaser. At the end of the day, you should only be seeking or needing that love and validation from yourself. The second thing that really helped me a lot was deleting my social media. So this may come in a different form for you. For you, you might only need to like delete the app, or like not log in, or just manually log yourself out, and then know you'll have to manually log yourself back in if you haven't saved your login information, and that'll just be like a barrier and you won't even want to log in anymore. Anyways, I digress. The point is, it does not serve me any kind of purpose anymore, therefore why should I keep it? I will just delete it. And when I become comfortable, maybe I can start reintroducing social media back into my sphere. So I did that. I purged for about 3 to 4 months, and wow, I was having the time of my life. Let me tell you, it feels so good to be able to focus on yourself and your desires and your career. It was just like my little bubble, and no one could really bother me, and nothing could hurt me in my little bubble. So that really helped a lot. The third thing, which is I think the most crucial and the most effective, is adapting to a minimalistic lifestyle. So what does this look like? This looks like cleaning out your closet, separating things into 2 piles. So the first pile you have is things you'll keep. The second pile is the things you won't keep. So, and with the things you won't keep, you will either sell, donate, or give them away. Just going through my things and saying, wow, these are the things that serve me no purpose anymore, and getting rid of them has decreased my anxiety significantly, because the worst thing is when you open your closet and you're like, I have so many things, I don't know what to wear, I don't know where to start, I don't know where to start cleaning. So by reducing your closet size, you're able to actually see like, hey, I actually have a lot of white t-shirts, I don't need any more white t-shirts. That was the most tangible lifestyle change, in my opinion, that helps with anxiety the most overall. The 3 main takeaways for you are to really become comfortable with yourself, love yourself first before even thinking of loving anyone else. Second thing would be to minimize your time spent on social media, because our time is so valuable, it is the only thing you cannot get back. And the third thing would be to adapt a minimalistic lifestyle. This comes across as only buying the things you need. And so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. And so